Hello everyone, I represent All Creations and today I want to show us how to make a blouse with a neck tie collar or with a tie collar, whichever the case may be. My main emphasis today is on the tie collar. This tutorial has to do with a basic blouse with a normal basic bodice. And from our tutorial on basic bodice, all these lines that I have drawn should not be alien to you. This is my top line. I left half an inch, which will serve as my seam allowance. From here to here is my chest line, and here is my bust point. So back is 8 inches. I will mark that 8 inches. And on my chest line, I will mark another 8 inches. I'll connect from the top line to my chest line with a straight line. I'll just connect this with a curve. And when I'm going to cut my front, I will lift it up. I came down by 1 inch, the armhole line, and that will stand for my shoulder slope. And I'm going to be drawing my armhole. You know, we are mostly concerned with the neck here, so I'm going to be cutting my neck. I have done my neck. My neck is 3 inches by 3 inches, and for the back, I don't think I want to lower it down. If I'm going to lower the back at all, maybe I may just do half, but I think I'm okay. I'll be cutting my front. I'm going to be leaving like ½ inch sewing allowance when cutting on my shoulder line. I'll be drawing my armhole. So here is my dart line. My point to point is 4 inches plus ½ inch seam allowance. I measured 4.5 inches. I measured ½ an inch on both sides, and where my dart will be terminating is 1 inch below the bust line. So what I'm going to do now is to just notch the neck depth for the back. Although there is a zipper line here, but if you are doing a free dress, you don't need to put a zipper. To make it easy for us to wear and so that it will not be too choky, I'll be coming down by around 3.5 inches. If you like, you can do 4. Just do whatever works for you. Based on my front neckline here, I'll just come in by maybe around 1/4 inch. I will like this. Just slight one. If this were just to be a casual dress that doesn't have a lining, I will pipe it here like this. Then I will join it at the shoulder before putting my tie neck. Now my bust is 41. 41 divided by 4 will give us 10.25, which is 10.25. And I'll be adding 2.5 inches seam allowance. My waist is 38. 38 divided by 4 will give me 9.5. You know, I've taken in 1 inch dart, so plus 1 inch dart allowance, I will have 10.5. And then adding 2.5 inches seam allowance. I will join from my bust to my waistline, and I will cut. For the back, the dart will start from the chest line. Remember, our chest line is 9 inches plus ½ inch seam allowance. We have it at 9.5 inches. So for the back, let's measure our 9.5 inches, and our dart will start at this point. So mark 4.5 inches. So this is our back dart. Now let's go on to our neck, which is the cocoa of the matter. So what I did here was to just sew it down here. You can use it. That's why I used the very bright colored thread. What I'm doing now is to give it a good notch. I sew this inside because of the tie collar I'm going to join to it. So I've turned it over and it's very neat. By the time I iron it out now, it will look very neat. So let's go to the ironing table. For the tie collar, I just cut out a long strip. I measured 5.5 inches. You can do 5, you can do 6, and you can do more than that. And I folded it out. The length is totally your preference. You can make it shorter or longer. And I think I have about 34.5 inches on fold. That means it's 75. That is enough. You can see the mark I have there. I want to have a pointed edge there. If you like, you can choose to have it straight like that. Everything is dependent on your creativity and on your preference. My zipper area, I closed it up here. If you want me to do another tutorial wherein we will not close the zipper, you can tell me in the comment section. I will do it. To know the length of my neckline, so I will measure round my neck, and I have 7.5 inches. And you know I folded it, so that means altogether I have 15 inches. So I'll come back to my necktie here. This necktie is on fold, and I have notched my center. That notching is very, very important so as to avoid stories that touch the heart. So from my center front to here where I have the chalk marking, I have 7.5. So I have put a mark here as well. Now let's go on to do our stitch. So I'll turn it to the wrong side and stitch on the wrong side from that pointed edge to where I have my notching. I have sewn from the pointed edge to where I have my notching. That's on one side. I will still sew on the other side. I'm done sewing it at both sides. This the neck area, I didn't sew it. Can you see it? So I will now turn it out and go and give it a good iron. Here is it. You can see that it has been well ironed and it's neat. And this place that is protruding is the part that will be joined to the neck. And here is our middle line. There are so many ways we can do it, but I'll just be showing us one of the ways. If you like, you can join this round the neck, then you use bias to knitting it up. That's one way. And if you like, you can just iron this and iron this, then you place it on the neck. But this is the method I'm going to be using today. This is the middle. I'll place it at the middle of the neck, which is my zipper area. You know, I'll sew it round from one end to the other. Let me use pin. I'll sew it round. So let me use pin to hold it. I'll sew from here until I reach the end of the neck. You can see that this end of the notch on my collar matches with my neck. That's to show that my measurement is right. Look at it. I'm done with the sewing. I will knitting up the thread. I will take it to the ironing table. I will iron it well and then come back to show you the next stitch. Look at it. I've given it a good press. The last thing I'm going to do now is to just press this in. And at every instance of your sewing, make sure you are always pressing out the seam. That's what gives your sewing a neat finishing. I'm through with the sewing. Can you see? So here is our tie neck. Can you see? The emphasis here is on the neck. Just like I said, you can make the bow to be as long as you want and as short as you want. And look at this neck, look at this neck area, it was well sewn. This cloth has a lining. If it doesn't have a lining, then you will need to pipe it in. And look at it, so neat. Look at the inside, very neat. And you can tie it as a bow.
I don't look like her. She's in all the magazines, so much prettier.
Can you see my bow tie cover? I used just a basic body. I have a tutorial on how to draft a basic bodice on my channel, and you know I told you that basic bodice has its foundation in so many things that we'll be doing, and this is one of it. I may decide to use this as a blouse, or I may add it to a skirt. And look at this place. You can see that it has a pointy edge. You can choose to do anything you want, and the length is as you want it. Because this basic bodice, it's very, very useful. If you don't start from the foundation, you may not be able to get it right. So I think I'll be pairing this. Maybe I will make it into a gown. I've not decided, or I may make it into a blouse. I will show you the progression. Another thing, I think I cut this by 3.5 inches. You can even cut it as low as 4 inches. It will still be fine. I think 4 inches would have been better for me. But you know, I really want the neck to go.